Hello, second graders. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's Thursday. I just got off the phone with you guys on our Zoom call and got to give everybody their special Oscar and their award. It was so great seeing all of you. You can see that I've got my special fancy Hollywood behind us, and we got all dressed up, and everybody looked so great. It was so good to see you guys. I cannot wait. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm so excited to come see you guys tomorrow. I can't believe it's already here. And tomorrow is the last day of school, which means you're pretty much a third grader. I can't believe it. It's crazy. Anyway, tomorrow I'll come to your house. Can't wait to see you, drop off all your goodies. But I want to make sure we have enough time to read as much of The One and Only Bob as we can, because we still have a lot to read. And I have a special read aloud tomorrow for the last day of school. So it may actually take me a couple more times to read The One and Only Bob. So let's get to Penelope Peabody really quick. This was the clue that I gave you. I stopped in the hardware store and asked the man at the counter for a yellow hammer. He said the only hammers he had were black. You'd think every hardware store in the yellow hammer state would have lots of yellow hammers, but I guess not. Have you ever dreamed of being an astronaut? I have. That's why I signed up for the U.S. Space Camp in Huntsville. They have a rocket simulator that made me feel like I was really in outer space. Now I'm headed off to one of the country's most famous racetracks, Talladega Superspeedway. Maybe they'll let me race my red convertible on the track. I know I can beat all those NASCAR drivers, if I can only find my way to there. Do you know which state I'm in? Here's the last clue of second grade. If you haven't given me a guess yet, let me know as soon as possible, because tomorrow I tell you where Penelope is, and that will be our last one. All right, I have several people who got that correct. The people that have gotten that correct so far are my mom, Raven, Adelaide, Lucas, Bennett, Caden, and Weston. All right, let me know if you know the final clue for the 2019-2020 school year. All right, we're moving on to the one and only Bob. This one is called A Question. We do all we can do, which isn't much. The rain hammers, the wind shrieks, sirens come and go in the distance. I wonder what Ivan and Ruby are doing. And what about Julia and George? Where are they? How are they? Boss seems scary calm. Tough is as old jerky. She looks the way I want to feel. Before long, the water is lapping onto the floor of our cage. It's ice cold and moving quick. 1 inch, 2. Every now and then, someone whimpers or moans, but mostly we're quiet. If you can stand on your hind legs, guys, do it. Climb on anything you can, I suggest. I turn to Boss. When I say go, I want you to climb on my back. I'll buy you a little time, maybe. No way. Please, I need to do this. Boss just stares at me. She's so thin, I can see every rib. To make it up to you, I added. What are you even talking about, Bob? I look away. I'm sorry, I say, not sure where my words are taking me. I could have saved you, Bob. I could have saved you. Saved me? The thing is, I heard you on the highway, and I should have. My voice trails off. I stifle a sob. Bob, we were puppies, tiny puppies. Don't be ridiculous. How exactly were you going to save me? I don't know, but I should have tried. We both did what we had to do. Boss nudges me gently. Bob, this is crazy. I just can't seem to forgive myself, I whisper it, but I know she hears me. Beneath the water, I feel a paw on mine. I forgive you. Okay? Not that you need it, mind you. One condition, though. I nod and wait. You have to forgive yourself, too. Again I nod, and I slowly but surely, something fine and warm begins to fill my heart. This one is called Romeo. Before I can say anything more, Snickers calls my name. Bob, dear, there's something I want you to know. Boss winks at me. Listen up, brother. Sure, Snickers, I call. What's up? Snickers makes a little throat-clearing voice. I've kept this locked inside me for all this time, but now, facing the end, I feel the need to unburden myself. Really, Snick? I say quickly. There's no need for that. The thing is, Snickers pauses for dramatic effect. I love you, Bob. I always have. I love the way your cute little tail gets all curled between your legs when you're embarrassed. I love the way you hum to yourself when you chew on your kibble. I love the way you drool when you take a nap. I think I'm getting the picture, Snick. Thanks. That was awfully nice of you to say. And, Snickers says, Boss can't hide her amusement. Go ahead, Bob, she whispers. What can it hurt? We're all gonna die anyway. Bob? Babu? Snickers calls. Yeah, sure. I think you're pretty swell too, Snick. And what is it that you love about me? I close my eyes, take a deep breath. Well, those pink boots of yours, those are pretty cool. And I swear I'm trying, but I'm totally drawing a blank. In fairness, the water's right up to my belly and my teeth are chattering so loud I can't hear myself think. And, I begin. Oh, come on, how hard is it, yells the bunny, who's perched on a pile of wet hay. She's a looker, and she's smart, and she's way too good for the likes of you. Try that, Romeo. You're a looker, and you're smart, and you're way too good for the likes of me, I repeat. Snickers lets out a contented sigh. That wasn't so hard, was it, Boss asks. I groan. Sis, you have no idea. Here's a picture of Snickers. She just told him that she loved him. Yeah, sure. I think you're pretty swell. Oh, I already read that part, sorry. Okay, next one is called An Interesting Life. An awful noise comes, like a tree trunk splintering in two. While we watch in disbelief, a piece of the roof, the size of a Great Dane, simply vanishes. Rain gushes through the hole. Boss, I say, it's time. Jump on my back. And that's a good idea because why exactly? Because maybe it'll get your turn, I say. Your chance to have things to go your way. I have an interesting life. I want you to have one too. Bob, at best, you're buying me a couple of minutes, Boss says. Sis, I'm about 30 seconds older than you. You're not the boss of me. Please. Why? Just because you're a guy? I could take you down in a second with 3 paws tied behind my back. And if you get out of here and I don't, I continue ignoring her, there's a place I want you to go. Sit on the front porch. Wait for the humans who live there. Who are you kidding, Bob? We're both going to die. 3 blocks up, 4 houses down on the left. Look for a big oak tree. Guy named Nutwit lives there. Nutwit? She's suppressing a smile. Say it, I command. Fine, whatever. 3 blocks up, 4 houses down, Nutwit. We go back and forth like that, arguing, bantering, trying not to hear the terror of our cage mates. And I think maybe I'm starting to hallucinate a little. I'm starving and freezing, and I'm feeling kind of dizzy. All the smells and sounds are mingling together, and as crazy as it seems, I actually think I catch a whiff of Ivan. Well, that's kind of cool, I think. At least I'll be remembering my best buddy when I die. There are worse ways to go. The next one is called Hay. The water laps up to my mouth, foul, tasting, and frigid. Now, I say to my sister, get on my back now. I'm saving you, whether you like it or not. Something in my choked voice scares her, I guess, because she leaps right onto my back with a horrified yelp. I blink, back muddy water. A silver presence looms before me. Still, I'm not entirely sure it's him until I get a big old whiff of banana. Hey, Bob, says Ivan. This one's called Giant Monkey and Sea Monster. The screeches of terror are ear-splitting, and my poor ears have endured plenty by this point. Folks, I cry, relax, he's here to save us. screams the orange cat. Giant monkey! I beg your pardon, says Ivan. The bunny cowers to the corner of her cage. If King Kong is here to eat us, I'd rather drown. Sea serpent! Screams the beagle. An arched gray trunk glides past. Ruby! I exclaim. She's just tall enough to keep her head above the water. Ivan, Ruby! Snickers calls in a delighted voice. Over here, dears. Long time no see. Hey, Snickers, Ruby says. Snickers wags her drenched tail puff. My, how have you grown so much, sweetie? Excuse me, says Gray Muzzle, but maybe the happy reunion could wait until, not underwater. Ivan taps his chin. He is always slow, always deliberate. That's what I like about that guy. Except when I'm about ready to drown. We need to get all of you to higher ground, he says at last, but the current's tough to fight, even for Ruby and me. There's always the roof, I say, but it's damaged. Ivan nods. Seems there's a tree on it. Look, Uncle Bob, Ruby says, paddling back and forth. I'm an Ella mermaid. Kid always makes me smile. Good work, Ruby. I've got an idea, says Ivan. It'll take multiple trips, so I better start with the smallest creatures and work from there. My sister gazes down at me from her perch on my back. You actually know this ape? He's my best pal, Ivan. And we go way back. A long pause follows. Bob, Boss finally says, you weren't kidding. You really have an interesting life. All right, I'm going to stop right there. All right, we still have quite a bit to read, so I'm just going to keep reading, even if it's past Friday. I'll still just keep posting them onto Seesaw so that you can hear the rest of the one and only Bob, if you would like. All right, guys, I'm so excited to see you guys tomorrow. Last day of school. I hope you have a great night. So good to see you all at the Zoom today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.